Monday at the Independence Public Library. My name is Caitlin, and I want to thank you for joining me today. Today we're making a craft that looks like a spring flower patch. This book from the library called "And the Spring Grass Grew All Around" is a good reminder that everything is coming up green and growing right now. If you've looked outside, you might see some green on the ground or even on some trees. So today we're going to need the following supplies. You will need some tape and some scissors. You'll need a marker or a crayon. I forgot to put that on the supply list, so make sure you have one. Then you'll need a piece of green paper and then some colored pieces of paper. We're going to make flowers out of these colors. So any color you have would work, but you'll want a green background. So I will pause here for you to collect your supplies. Okay, so our first step is going to be to take our green paper. We want to put it up and down, and we're going to fold it like an accordion. What that means is we're going to fold it. We want to fold the strip, I don't know, a little bit wide, but not too wide. I'll kind of show you how wide mine is, and you can decide from there. So you see mine's a little bit fatter than my finger, so we fold the strip that way. Then we turn the paper over, and we fold it this way. Make it the same size. What do you think we do? We turn it over, and we fold it this way. So it's kind of fun. We keep folding until we hit the very top of the paper. Make our fold, turn the paper over, and fold again. You want to try to stay straight. I got a little crooked, so I'm going to try to even that out. Turn your paper over and fold it again. We're going to go all the way to the end of the paper here. Turn the paper over, fold it. We call this an accordion. There's an instrument that has folds like this. It sounds pretty cool. It's called an accordion. Turn your paper over, fold it again. We're almost done. And we'll turn it over one more time and fold it one more time. All right. So now you see the paper kind of looks like this. This is what an accordion would look like when it opens up and then it closes again. So you want to take your paper, either side, and you want to kind of pinch it in the middle, like this. All right? So that's going to be the middle point. We want to take this left side and the right side and bring them up together. You see that? So now we're going to take our tape. You could also use glue if you had that. I'm going to tape this together just like this. You could use one piece of tape, or you might need two. So you see mine, it's kind of got this opening in the middle. I don't want that. I want that to be closed. So I'm going to put another piece of tape down there. All right. So now the side that the tape is on, I want that to be the back side. So I'm going to turn mine over. And it's going to kind of sit like this. I'm going to fold it there on the bottom. My goal is for it to stand up. You see that? It's going to kind of stand up. Mine will look funny because of the angle of the camera, but it's going to stand up straight. Now if you don't like how it's gapping there, you could put some more tape on it, but I think I'm going to put a flower there to cover that up. So this is going to be the background for our flowers. I'm going to set that to the side for now. So if you picked up a kit at the library, you've got red paper, pink paper, and yellow paper. If you know of a flower shape you want to cut out, you can go ahead and cut it right out. If you need some help or you want to draw a flower first, you could do that too. I'm going to do that with my marker. So I'm going to draw something that looks kind of like a tulip. Have you seen a tulip before? Tulips are my favorite flower. They kind of are round at the bottom, and then they kind of have like 3 little leaves at the top, so they kind of look like that. You could ask somebody to look up a picture for you. You could come to the library and look up a book and see different shapes of flowers. But I've got 2 tulips there that I'm going to draw. I think I want some yellow flowers, so I'm going to draw maybe a daisy or something that looks like a daisy with a round middle and some petals around the outside. How about that? Does that look like a daisy? That's pretty close to a daisy. You could draw another one if you wanted. Maybe this one has a black center. Remember, whatever you draw, you have to cut out, so just be careful. And maybe I'll draw a tiny tulip on the pink paper. Like that. So now I'm going to cut out my flower shapes. Again, if you don't want to draw them, that's fine. You could just cut them out and use your imagination. There are so many different kinds of flowers in the world, and if you take a walk around your neighborhood, I'm sure you see all kinds of flowers. All different colors of flowers. Some flowers have already bloomed. Some flowers are still green. The flower part hasn't come out yet. When I was driving earlier this week, I saw some daffodils. Daffodils are a bright yellow flower. They're often one of the first flowers we see. As it gets warmer, we'll see more flowers too, I'm sure. The library had special bags for kids under the age of 7 this week. And in those bags, there was a flower pot and some soil and some seeds that you could grow your own flower. So maybe you have a flower growing at home too. The best part about this craft is that you can use your own imagination, and your flower patch will look different than everybody else's. So I think I'm going to cut out 4 flowers for mine. I drew 5, but I think I'm only going to cut out 4. If you had stickers of flowers, you could use those. If you don't want to cut out paper. Or you could do something as simple as just cutting out some circles. Again, use your imagination. So now we've got these pretty flowers. We're going to put them on our green background. So I'm going to get some tape. Like I said, I'm using tape, but if you had glue, you could use glue as well. Put it on the back of all my flowers, and then I'm going to put them on my green background. So I like to take a piece of tape and kind of fold it into a little cylinder so it's sticky all around. That way it sticks to my flower, and it'll stick also to the green background. But sometimes that means it also sticks to your finger, so be careful. You can also decide what side of the flower you like better. Do you want the marker to show, or do you not want it to show? If you had some glitter, you could put glitter on your flowers. You could really make them as decorative as you'd like. Okay, I'm gonna start with this pink one. So this is the fun part. You get to decide, where do I want my flowers to sit on my green paper? I think I want the yellow one kind of in the middle. Do you see how that's looking? And I want a red tulip down here. And we'll put one way down here, like it's just coming out of the ground. So there's my flower patch. What do you think? So like I said, you could use any shape of flower that you wanted or any color. You could put a sticker on here. You could put all kinds of things. If you wanted to put some other greens or other leaves on here, you could do that too. I like this craft because it's nice and bright, and you could sit it right on like a window or maybe on a table. If it needs some help to stand up, you could probably tape it somewhere. But I think it looks pretty great just how it is. So this is your flower patch. We're welcoming spring. It's so nice to see everything green outside. If you want some books about spring, I pulled a few from the library. The first one is called I See Spring. You can see, what does she find? She found a flower, just like we just made. We see spring all around us. This book is called Mouse's First Spring. Mouse looks pretty happy with her flower. Lots of stories talk about spring and the different colors that come at this time of year after the winter time. It's a happy feeling for me. And this book has a bunny on the front. It's called Wake Up, It's Spring. A lot of animals sleep through the winter. They hibernate. And when it's springtime, they come out and they're happy to see the sun and everything green so that they can eat again. So this is a great book about springtime. Thank you for joining me today for Maker Monday. I hope that you enjoy your little flower patch, and be sure to come back in 2 weeks for our next Maker Monday. Next time we will be doing a craft that involves paint, so I hope you are excited.